So now I'm going to show you what I pack in the carry-on bag. Now, unlike the check-in where she has her suitcase and I have my suitcase because everything doesn't fit in one suitcase, we share a carry-on bag for the plane because it's just easier than trying to carry two different backpacks around. So I just have this nice little Star Wars backpack. It's really nice and big. Makes it really easy. Has lots of room in pockets. It's also the bag I'm going to be using in the park. So I will show you what I pack for us for the plane for her. So the first thing that I always pack is this little binder. This has all her medical history in it. It has all her rabies certificates she's ever gotten, every vaccine record, any vet visits, all those invoices, everything in here. So what I put this is, I put it in this little pocket here. It's really nice and easy to fit it in there. And then the next thing I pack is I have this little folder. And in here, I've got her flight documents in case they ask to see it. So the DOT form, which stands for Department of Transportation, that you have to fill out when flying with the service dog. So I packed this in the same pocket that I packed the binder. That way all her documents are all in the same place. And that's the only thing that goes in there. That way I don't have to worry about things falling out when we get to the airport and they ask to see anything. So the next thing I'm gonna pack is her Minky. So this is a blanket for her to lay on the plane to make the plane ride just a little bit more comfortable for her. So I just fold it up. And this goes in the big pocket of the backpack. The only thing I'm going to be putting in here for me is like my iPad and a book. So there's still plenty of room for that stuff. So now the next thing I'm going to pack for us is I always also pack some potty pads. That way, if for whatever reason when we're on the plane she ever does need to go to the bathroom, I can take her into the plane's bathroom. She can go on this, and then it's easy to throw away in the trash can in there. I do give her the chance to go to the bathroom that morning and right before we leave for the airport, as well as in the relief area inside the airport, but you never know. So I always like to pack a few of these just in case. So same thing, I put them in the same big pocket and stuff them down in this part of it right here, like that. So the next time I pack her are these bowling sticks. She loves these. She doesn't usually get these while she's working, but she does get them on the flight during takeoff and landing to help with the pressure change in her ears, because just like how we chew gum during takeoff and landing, it just gives her something to chew on that she likes. So she gets it when we push back from the gate, and then I take it away once we reach that cruising altitude, and then she gets it back as we start landing. So when they come around asking us to put our tray tables up is when she gets it back. That way she's chewing on something to help with that pressure in her ears. Next thing I'm gonna pack are these nice little cleanup kits that I've made. So that if she did have an accident anywhere in the airport, or if she got a little sick and vomited or throw up or anything like that, I have these. All that's in here is it has those blue paper towels that you get from like car stores and things like that, and then Clorox wipes. And then each of those are in their own bag, and then I put them together in this bigger Ziploc bag. That way then I can just clean up any mess, put them back in the Ziploc bag to throw away. So this I'm going to put in here. There's one of these nice little pockets on each side. So I stuff them on each side. Is the other side. Same thing, just in this nice little pocket right here. That also makes it so that then they don't end up getting buried by anything else I might pack, so then I always have easy access to them, which is important. So next thing I'm going to pack are these nice little QR codes. These have links to this YouTube channel, so if anyone spots interest. So these also go in the big pack right by the bully sticks in the pocket right below those. So that's everything that goes in that big pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and zip this up. So next thing I'm going to pack is some medication. The first one is this Simparica Trio. Since we're going to be there over May 1st, which is when she usually gets her Interceptor, which is a heartworm prevention pill, and also when she usually gets her Simparica, if we're going to be around anywhere where there's fleas and ticks. So I'm packing it Simparica Trio because this does heartworm prevention as well as fleas and ticks, which they do have fleas down in California. So it does all three of those at one. So instead of having to pack 2 different pills, I just have to give her the one. And I like to pack medication in my carry-on. That way it's easier and I know where it is. And I have it on me. That way if the check-ins got lost and we didn't get them back or something like that, at least I have the chew. Next thing I'm going to pack is some Galliprant, which is a pain medication. I always like to pack pain medication in case she gets hurt while we're gone, but also because since we're going to be doing a lot of walking around at the theme parks, it will help if she starts showing signs that her feet are hurting, which she did last time we went. She started not wanting to really eat and licking her paws a lot, which is a sign of pain. And then when I gave her one of these, she was just fine and she started eating again. So I like to pack these for when she's walking around. That way I have it. Works just like how ibuprofen works for people with our feet when we're walking around a lot. Helps with that pain. But dogs can't have ibuprofen. It can cause severe damage to their kidneys. So instead, I pack Galliprant. Luckily, I work at the vet clinic, so my vet had no problem with me just asking for a prescription and explained why, and he just wrote it for me, no problems. Next up is some Trazodone. This is a mild sedative. I pack this because she does not like takeoff or landing. So technically she can have a full one, but I like to just give her half of one because that's all she needs. She just needs a little something to just take that edge off of her for takeoff and landing. So, and then last thing I'm gonna pack for her are her boots. Sometimes when we land in California, when we get off the plane, we get off and walk right onto concrete, which can be hot, and it can be too hot. They could actually burn her pads, which is what I don't want happening. So I'm gonna pack these in her carry-on just in case that happens. Also put these on her probably the morning of, once as we get close to the airport. That way if we have to go up any escalators, if they don't have an elevator or something, I don't have to worry about her paws getting, the hair getting stuck at the end if she didn't jump off in time or anything like that, which is rare, but it can happen and has happened to service dogs before. So just like to be extra safe and extra cautious and careful. So I'm just gonna put our boots in this pocket right here, right up front. I zip that closed. I just moved my headphones to the pocket above it so that everything fits a little bit better and easier. And then the last thing I'm gonna pack for is, of course, an empty water bottle. Obviously, you can't get liquids through TSA, so I pack an empty one so that once we get through TSA, I can go to one of the water bottle stations and fill it up for her. I do limit how much water she drinks before the flight because I don't want her to end up having to go to the bathroom on the flight if I can help prevent it. But if I do like to at least have it to offer it to her if she needs it. So this I just pack in this, in the pocket, the mesh pockets right here for the water bottles. So I pack it in there. And then what I also do, because it can fall out of there easily, it doesn't fit that well, is I take this buckle and I buckle around it like this. And then as an added safety measure, I take the hook that it comes with and I hook it in. That way if it does still fall out, at least it's attached and I won't lose it. There's that. Now the carry-on is all packed with her stuff. Her check-in is all packed. So that is what I pack when traveling to Universal Hollywood and Disneyland with my service dog. I will try and do another video on Saturday when we leave, in the morning what it's like to get her ready to travel. However, sometimes leaving in the mornings can be a little hectic, so I might not be able to. Thanks for watching. Bye.